How's it going, everyone? Domadeus came back with another video. Today is War Season 31, Number 3, against NewN, which is a really big alliance for those of you that know your war rankings. But we have 7 fights for you this war, actually. We took a lot of fights, which was pretty exciting. Had some pretty decent skill that we'll be showcasing today, I think. If I can toot my own horn a little bit. But first up, we have this Jabari Panther. Our team this war is Hercules, Cap Infinity War, and Archangel. Archangel's only going to really be used for one fight. Hercules, is going to be our main attacker, but Archangel does get, his nice parry-heavy playstyle in there real quick. So we're going to pop some boosts here. We're also going to pop an invulnerability boost, just for some added level of protection. Can't go wrong with that. Jabari Panther can be kind of annoying, and looks like she has kinetic transference as well, so we just got to be careful about, not letting her hit to 3 bars of power and, wrecking us here. So going with Hercules, I got to build him up a little bit, try not to stun her since she's going to cleanse. We got a nice little intercept, couple of intercepts at the top of the fight. We mess up the 3rd intercept. She actually gets us with that one, but we're able to get off a nice little cheeky heavy attack as well. Go in with the special intercept L1, and what I really want to do is push her to L2 since their L2 is a little bit easier to dex since it doesn't throw anything at you. So we're just pushing, hitting into her block to get her some power, and now we're just going to bait out the L2 here, and there it comes. Dodge all those hits, go in, punish, and we mess up the intercept again. The Infuriate didn't work for us that time, which was really unfortunate, but luckily Hercules is kind of a beast. He's pretty tanky, and luckily the ensnare debuff that she put on us is, giving us some nice little willpower healing, if anything. So we're going in here, again pushing her to the L2, gonna dex that. She's almost dead, 18%. Now we're in assassin's range. So there goes the L2. Dodge all that. Go back in, and nice little 5 combo to finish out the first fight. So definitely sloppy. I wish the Infuriates actually worked better for us. Otherwise, we probably could have ended with, close to, if not a full yellow bar of health. But next up, we have this Sorcerer Supreme fight. We're going to be using Archangel for this one just because that was what was assigned to me. But at the same time, Archangel against Sorcerer Supreme is really easy. He's going to be able to negate the high ground as well, which is nice because of those neurotoxins. So we're just gonna go in real quick since we still have the invulnerability on. And yeah, pretty easy couple fights for the first 2. You'll see in the next couple ones that it gets a little trickier for us. We do get lucky with some neuros right off the top. 3 out of 2 heavy attacks, which is just amazing. So now we're just gonna try to bait out this L2 since she's gaining power pretty quickly. Sorcerer Supreme, even though she doesn't gain a whole lot of power, combat power, she still does a little bit. And so since that was, pumped up a little bit, it does get a little tricky at times. So there we go. Burn energy. Skipping ahead now to this MODOK mini boss fight. We do some cleanup here. We did take a death to this MODOK. So we're going in here. We're actually going to we have to redo our boost here. So we're going to boost up again. Throw on 15%, 20%, and I think another, we just do 50% health there. We're also going to be doing a Power Start 1 boost. Pretty much the goal here, obviously MODOK's only at about 10-15% health, so we're going to go for the Advanced Power Boost. Parry, use the L1 so that way he can't auto block us since Hercules gains that True Sense buff, which negates miss and auto block, which is great. So 20% health, this should be really, really simple. Just gotta nail that parry right at the top. So we go parry, L1, just like that. And we did heal up there as well beforehand. So we're gonna go in here, get a nice another parry, and we almost get wrecked. I don't know why I decided to throw a heavy there. I think I was just trying to get the feat of strength, but luckily it works out for us. So it was a little tricky. But next we have this Terax. Path 5, this is my normal path in Section 2, because Hercules is really, really good for Ebb and Full Intercept, since, especially with the Cap Infinity War synergy, he's going to be gaining those armor breaks on the opponent, as well as getting that big fury from the node itself. So we're going to go in here. I fought Terax a number of times on this path already. So we're going to go in, we're going to go straight in for the special intercept just so we can get some crits. And already we're doing a lot of damage with those Furies. And I think we're just going to bait on an L1 now. And we got a nice full yellow bar. And yeah, just hitting to his block, trying to bait at that L1 because I don't like dexing the L2. It's a little trickier for me. Still haven't really managed to nail it, but now we're just going to go in, get the Infuriate up, just going to go in and out. We are starting to take some damage from the rock field, but we're going to go in, special intercept with the L2, and just like that, easy peasy fight against Terrax. Now we got 4 of the persistent charges, which is great going into the next fight. Now this Dragon Man was assigned for me with Hercules, and I knew that we were going to be degenning from the armor breaks we'd be placing on him, but I figured we would have the immortality, and also the mighty charge was going to be shrugging off the armor breaks every time Dragon Man dashed in at us. So you'll see that this fight actually doesn't go as smoothly as I would have hoped for. So I know we got to try to get a parry off eventually to get that power gain down, but we don't nail it right at the top, and so he's gaining power a whole heck of a lot. We do nail the intercept right at the gate, but now he's got the protection on one more time. And we dex the L1. Now something that okay, so there it was. There's the Wayward Heavy that actually kind of ruins it for us. So we go in, luckily we are able to counter his Heavy with an L1, but as you can see, it's not going to be enough. He throws the L2, we're cornered now, gotta watch out for all these hits. And he has a protection on, so we're doing like nothing to him. And he gets us with the heavy attack, and there comes the L3. So there it is, our first death of Season 31, which is really unfortunate. I felt pretty bad about it just because I didn't want to let the team down. But I ended up talking with my alliance, showed them the video, kind of figured out the strategy I needed to do. I ended up throwing on Suicides and Invulnerability Boost. So I switched around my masteries a little bit. So Hercules is back in here. We healed him up. I also realized that, or it was told to me that if you get tapped into the block from any of the hits in the L1, it's actually going to turn off the power gain as well. So definitely useful information. So let's see, we're going to switch up the strategy here a little bit. We're going to boost up a little bit bigger this time and throw on the invulnerability boost as well. And go back in here, and we're going to try to take this Dragon Man down. This was about 20-30 minutes later after getting some advice, showing videos, switching around masteries, and everything. So here we go. I was a little bit nervous for this one just because, again, I don't want to give up another death, because any deaths in this high tier of war is really detrimental to our chances of winning. So we've healed up to full, and we're gonna go in now. We got the parry right at the top, which is great. We get the intercept, and he is degenning us quite a bit. Dragon Man does degen more against cosmic characters, and as you can see, I timed out the blocking of the L1 just right, so that way when he threw the L1, the last hit happened right after the power gain came back up, and then I just let him tap my block, so it was able to turn off the power gain. And L2 turns off the power gain just naturally, turns it into a Fury. And here we get I get a little bit scared. So you see, I get kind of antsy about throwing anything here. So we're going in now. Stun doesn't last very long. Now I'm just really hoping he throws the L2 before the power gain comes back up. We're degenning a whole lot as well. And here comes the L2. Thank goodness. He was very close to an L3. Would have been very sad had he thrown it. And now we're just going to go in for some 5-hit combos, dodge all this stuff. He gets back to 2 bars of power because of Mystic Dispersion, which is crazy. And there we go. Luckily, the Ineptitude is also giving us some willpower healing, which is nice. But as you can see, yeah, still wasn't the cleanest fight, but we got it down. Only took 1 death to this Dragon Man, which I will take. It is unfortunate that we ended up dying, but that's how it goes sometimes. But now we know we have a new strategy against Dragon Man on Path 5 if it ever comes up again. So maybe we'll be showing that in a future video. But next up we have this Killmonger. Killmonger is a really simple fight. I feel like I've fought this guy every single war thus far, as well as some off-season wars on this path. Hercules is perfect with Cap Infinity War because you'll be able to get the armor breaks from your heavy attacks and from intercepting. So usually what I like to do Well, usually I like to go for heavy attack, but I was able to get a nice little intercept there right off the bat. So he's not going to be getting any extra power from our debuffs, and the reverberation is not going to be a problem. So we go in here, get the Infuriate, get the nice little special intercept. So now we're up to 9 feats of strength, persistent charges, which is great. I miscalculate the intercept there, end up hitting into his block, but luckily the burst damage takes him down really easily. So I'm still a little bit shaky after that Dragon Man fight, so that probably could have gone a little bit cleaner. Last up, we have this Iron Man Infinity War on Rage. And this is one that apparently Hercules is really good for, but I also had to switch on my masteries one more time to take this guy out. I actually took off pretty much all of my attack masteries, including precision and cruelty, because I don't want to be critting at all against this guy. Pretty much what I'm going to be relying on is the burst damage that Hercules does, the nice little red damage that he does in every hit. And luckily he's built up pretty high, so the burst damage is going to be very, very useful here. Just got to be very careful not to throw special attacks, since that's going to trigger rage as well. And let's see, we're going to throw another invulnerability boost, because can't afford another death this late in the war. So we go in here. Actually also turned on Resonate as well, just so we can get some extra, damage mitigation. I turned up all of my energy and physical resistance masteries for this fight, and as you can see, we do have the White Mag's pre-fight that's given to us, so give us a little extra attack. In retrospect, probably don't want that actually, since that's going to give us 15% bonus attack, and I really don't want the bonus attack against this fight. So this is kind of slow and steady. We're going in here again. We're not going to be throwing any specials, but you're going to see, yeah, the red damage is actually going past rage, so we're actually able to do more than the 2.5% damage that rage caps us out at, which is awesome. And the arm breaks as well is helping us mitigate, the auto block that Iron Man has and everything. So nice little heavy counter as well. Fighting against Iron Man Infinity War in the Abyss with Hercules a couple times has prepared me for this moment. So we're going in here. The high ground charges are starting to build up a little bit, so his blocks his hits into our block are doing quite a bit of damage. We're also giving him a little bit of healing with willpower because of those weaknesses and armor breaks, but it's all working out for us so far. And again, this is going to be our last fight, so we don't need to heal up again, since we've already used so many items thus far, healing up to full against Dragon Man and Killmonger, as well as this fight. So really just go in here for some heavy counters. I go for an intercept there. We're at 4 rage, 4 furies I should say from rage, so we got to be very, very careful. I think at this point I stopped throwing heavy attacks since I realized that the heavies were actually triggering rage as well. So now we are just trying to go for some intercepts, get the armor break on, and he gets that auto block on us, but luckily the indestructibles from the invulnerability boost kick in, and he only gives us a 3 combo, which is awesome, so we're able to dex the L1. One last L1 dex, and we're going to go in for one more intercept, and there we go. Iron Man is down, got the solo on him, and that does it for this war for us. We actually ended up pulling out the win based on fight time, actually, which is really, really interesting. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with this war overall. Unfortunately, we did give up a death, but we still got the dub, so I will take it. But that's going to do it for this video, everybody. Longer one for you today. Let me know how you guys did it in your 3rd war of Season 31, and we'll see you in the next one.